Online dating. That is the topic of our discussion today. We're going to look at how you can profitably use it to seek or to source for that wonderful partner that can add value to your life. Are you someone that is yet unmarried and you want to use the internet, online dating, to get the kind of individual that will be a wonderful wife or a wonderful husband unto you? We're going to look at the dynamics at play. We're going to look at how you can do this profitably. Some time ago, someone actually asked me that question during one of my seminars. She said, "Sir, how can we use this profitably? How can we use the online platform to get the kind of people that can add value to our lives?" And I began to look at this question more critically. Yes, I know that this very particular channel is more onto married couples, but then there are so many people who are adult singles who desire actually to have a quality marital life, and somehow they will have a whole lot to gain from being a partaker of this channel. That's why we are bringing this topic today. We are expanding actually the horizon of this channel to include the adult singles, so that when you see it, when you listen to some of the things we are saying here, it will add value to your marriage in the future. Because today's adult single is tomorrow's married couple. So I welcome you. My name once again is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach. Tonight we'll look at this issue critically. Please, there is a red button by my side. It's the subscribe button. Click on this and be a part of this awesome channel. This channel is dedicated for people who actually want to make a difference in their marriage. This red button makes you a member of this channel. Once you click on it, you become a member of this channel, and most of our productions will come to you just easily. So please do so immediately. Help me by clicking on this red button. Get subscribed and be part of us. Number one, if you must actually get someone that will minister joy to you in marriage through the online system or through the online platform, you must begin to look beyond the physical appearance. Look beyond the physical appearance, because the wonderful Romeo you are looking at, or the wonderful Amazon you think you have seen, may not be as you think he or she is. As a matter of fact, most people will put some of their best photos, some of their best posts, some of their best pictures, some of, the very best. That's what they will showcase in their profile. And when you get to meet them later, you may be terribly disappointed. I have seen people who, put a bust picture of, a very handsome person. But the time you eventually meet that person, you may even discover to your surprise that it is not even the person that has that profile that you eventually meet. So look beyond the pictures. Look beyond the pictures. I have also seen people who are, dwarfs, who are very short, and when you see their pictures, you never think that person is as short as that, or even as tall as that. So learn to look beyond the pictures. I have seen people who put pictures of their nieces or pictures of their younger sisters instead of themselves. By the time you finally meet the person, you may think, I'm meeting somebody that is in his or her 30s, only for you to meet somebody that is over 50. So these are some of the dynamics at play. So you must learn how to look beyond the photos. Beyond the photos, that should be part of your menu. Look beyond the pictures. And the second thing, of course, that you must also be watchful about, if you want to have a quality relationship, look at the person's activities and visions and dreams. That will tell more about who that person is. You must look at the activities that person enjoy, the hobbies that person enjoy. Look at the visions that person have concerning life and living. Look at how that person impacts society. Look about the vision, the dreams that person has in his or her spirit. Look at him from that perspective. Look at some of the things he enjoys doing, because all these things put together is what makes our life. That's what will tell you whether this person is a proactive individual or a reactive individual. That's what will tell you whether this person is positive minded or negatively minded. That's what will tell you whether this person is phlegmatic or whether it's melancholic. These are some of the things. Look, so I begin to study that person. The moment you meet that person, forget about the physical appearance. Begin to, ask questions and let your discussion flow through, go in the area of the person's passions and desires and dreams and visions and works and ministries. Let your attention be more onto that, and then you'll be able to discover the inner workings of that person. It is always necessary for you to know that life generally is fine-tuned by three different phenomena. The first thing is the family from where that person came from. So as we are discussing about the person's family life, begin to look at, ask questions concerning the siblings, the parents, the extended family system, who makes more impact on his or her life. The individual he or she respects more, somebody that is that has impacted his or her life in a very positive way. Ask such questions, because the family where we come from are the very first nurturing ground for any individual. And then, of course, also ask the questions about where that person, the schools he or she has attended, the kind of programs of study he or she has embarked upon, whatever has helped to nurture and develop the person's inner consciousness. Begin to ask such questions. The kind of churches or denominations where he or she attends, or even mosque where he or she attends. Look at who mentors this person spiritually. Is also very, very important. So these are some of the things to look into. And of course, when we talk about the society, which is of course the third area where we are developed, or that develops us, you look at the laws and the institutions and the cultures and such dynamics at play in that person's life. If that person comes from a different culture than yours, these are areas of conversation. You must check out all these areas. That is what will help you to interpret who that person really is. Very, very important indeed. Number 3, if you are actually seeking for a quality online relationship, the kind of relationship that can move from friendship to love and possibly to dating and then of course to marriage, if you are looking for that kind of relationship, you must be careful about information that you send out through your own profile. If you come from a family that is well known, a family that has a wonderful family name, that people know easily, the Trump family, the Obama family, the Yenekwo family, such families that people know at just the touch of a button, you must try as much as possible not to use your surname. Instead, use either your pseudonym or your first name, your alias. Don't give out your family name, because people may get interested in you not because of who you are, but because of the foundation, the family where you come from. Let that one rest for a while. For now, just use your pseudonym or what we call your alias, or just your first name in most of your profiles. And when you're giving out information, also make sure that the information you give out is more into where you studied, what you're currently doing, and things like that. Whatever you are doing to change society, to impact society for good. These are some of the things that must appear in your profile. Leave out certain information that may give out fully who you are. I tell you, if you do that, you may be attracting people you ought not to attract. I have seen people who lost their lives because they give out so much. They said so much about who they are, whatever they are doing, and some riffraff, some fraudsters got involved in them, and before you know it, they lost monetary value. It must not be so in your own case. So be mindful of the kind of information you send out in your profile. Be very, very, concerned about such information. Let it not be the kind of information that will give out fully who you are. Whatever you want to give out, in the process of time, you can begin to share you can begin to share in conversation, in communication with your potential suitors or your potential partners. In the process of conversation, you begin to share some of this information, but don't push it out for now. So that is it for number 3. Please, there's a red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed. Number 4, I want you to know that most people that actually want quality partners or quality relationships online don't go out straight away looking for a wife or for a husband. If you do that, you may not get the right one. The very best thing you can do, because I look at people going through some apps, Tinder and the rest of them, trying to get a wife or trying to get a husband from an app. It does not always work well. The best thing is for you to look for a friend. Start from the place of friendship. And as you are sharing information concerning yourselves and your works and your times, time may come when you decide, to have a physical meeting, and you may begin to gel from there. As a matter of fact, your first time of, interaction, or your first year, your first point, it must last for at least 1 year of interaction before you begin to think in terms of meeting physically. So if you must meet that individual that you love so much, it must not be in a private place. It must not be in a hotel room. It must not be in a nightclub. It must not be in a pub. It should be maybe in a shopping plaza, maybe in a school, or possibly somewhere like a church or a mosque, a public place where there is everybody, so that at the end of your meeting, you also part in the same place. Or you can meet the person at work, but let it be in a public place. I have seen young ladies lose their lives because they decided to meet such an individual in a quiet hotel room somewhere. Before you know it, the woman gets raped and all manner of nonsense begin to happen. It should not be so. If you must do that and do that profitably, please let it be in a very public place. Number 5, anytime you meet a potential partner, a potential spouse online, I encourage you to be skillful in the manner you share information. Be skillful in your conversation. Be skillful in your communication. Learn how to give just a little bit and hold on to the rest. Let it be something you do, gradually. Let it be a gradual process. As you are knowing more of him, she's also knowing more of you. It should be in a gradual process. I have seen people give all in one place, and once you do that, you have no chips again. So do that. Let it be gradually, and let your conversation be suited with kindness, with joy. Let there be laughter. Let there be peace that goes along with your conversation. You must not give out, let every streak of anger should be removed. Be natural. I want you to be natural. Really, be natural. If there is anything that your mate says that you don't like, be very eager to say, I don't like the trend of this conversation. I don't like what we are trying to do. I don't like how you just said this. Be very practicable. Don't hide anything. One of the reasons why this is so is that when you hide some of these things and you bury them in your hearts, you may never actually understand that individual. You may never understand from which foundation he or she is coming from, or what gave rise to such an information. So it is necessary for you to be very, very clear about what you like and what you don't like. Very, very important for you to know what kind of information you would love to share and what you don't love to share. And don't share all at the same time. Be very skillful in the process of delivering your information or communicating with such an individual. Very, very important. And those information that you cannot communicate immediately, let the person know that tomorrow is another day. And then have a wonderful evening. And then part ways joyfully like a potential couple. That's how it's done. Number 6, anytime you meet a potential mate online, please learn how to keep your cards close to your chest. What do I mean by that? I know of a sister who got a wonderful brother online, but before the relationship even took root, what did she do? She opened up to her friends this is the person I've gotten, this is who she is, this is who is the... Before you know it, her friends got interested in that same person, and before the next appointment, they overtook her, and that guy was swept off by another person. So be very, very, skillful. Learn how to keep your cards to your chest. Make sure that the relationship have taken root. Make sure that you are already discussing with such an individual to a time when, the obvious becomes very, very obvious. So make it, be quiet, be calm. Watch the relationship blossom. Watch everything. Watch the movement. And if there be any area where you feel concerned that you will require counsel, go to a quality counselor and ask what to do to move that relationship from point A to point B. Not your friends. Your friends are not counselors. They are friends. And in the affairs of the heart, overtaking is allowed. So please be very, very practical and learn how to keep your cards to your chest. Don't reveal all. Don't reveal all. Don't reveal the identity of that person to your close friends until you are sure of such an individual. It's very important. Have you subscribed to my channel? If you are yet to do so, please, there's a red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed. This very red button, you can see it here. Once you click on it, you become a member of this channel. And most of our productions, even the past ones and the ones that are coming, will come to your, it will come to your channel, it will come to your set, naturally. You become a partaker of some of the wonderful, wonderful topics we have been raising on this channel. Please click on it and get subscribed, and let's do this. Number 8, if you actually want to engage in online dating and you are joy in meeting and you are hopeful in meeting someone that will add value to your life, I want you to be very, very practical and very careful about the way you dress. The way you dress makes a whole lot of difference. Someone once said to me, the way you dress determines how people address you. If you are always dressing provocatively, showing some of your private areas, no one will take you serious. But if you are looking forward to being a wife, then dress like a wife. If you are looking forward to being a man that will be respected and respectable, then begin to dress that way. Let your dressing show the kind of life that you are looking forward to in living, ahead of the... So dress well, dress well. That is, dress modestly if you must attract the kind of person that will add value to your life. I have checked throughout my counseling experience, and I discovered that no man ever wants his wife to show her privates to the public. You may want to do that while she's still a girlfriend, but immediately you decide that this one wants to be my wife, or this one should become my wife, you never want other people to see her nakedness. So why showcasing your nakedness to someone that you are believing God will walk into your heart as a husband or as a wife? Please be very, very clear about these things. Be modest in your dressing. It's very, very important. Please, there is a red button by my side. It's the subscribe button. Click on this and be a part of this awesome channel. This channel is dedicated for people who actually want to make a difference in their marriage. This red button makes you a member of this channel. Once you click on it, you become a member of this channel, and most of our productions will come to you just easily. So please do so immediately. Help me by clicking on this red button. Get subscribed and be part of us. And finally, I want to give us this advice. Please, online dating all depends on how you are able to work at it. Success does not just drop from the sky. It comes from a strategic and proactive reasoning that can make success achievable. If you actually want to succeed in online dating, you must follow some of the advice we have given here today. You must not, in an eagerness to get that person, begin to do what you ought not to do. Don't make sacrifices unless it becomes very, very necessary for you to make such a sacrifice. Why do we say that? I have known of some people who send money to potential suitors or potential partners. No, it should not be so. Money must not be sent when you are still at the stage of, getting to know one another. No, don't send money, please. Don't send money to anyone. People have lost tremendous amount of cash just because they allow their hearts to go beyond them. Please don't send money. Any person that is interested in you, that actually wants a relationship with you, will wait until such a time that it becomes very obvious that you are actually interested in him or her. And then every other sacrifice can follow. Please, once again, don't send money to a potential partner. It is not necessary, not at this time. Until you get married, until you see that partner as becoming part and parcel of your life, until you see that partner move from being an ordinary friend to a lover and to a close companion, please don't invest financially. Men have lost fortunes as a result of that. I thank you for taking our time to listen to this edition. I appreciate every time you have taken, and I want to also encourage us, if there are points that we could not make in delivering this particular edition, please feel free. There's a comment section below. Write some of those points and let me know, and then it will be my pleasure to render them unto you and to speak more on some of those points. Like I said earlier, a lot of us, a lot of unmarried people should get hooked to marriage without their channel. It is the place to be. Look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed immediately, and let's do this again next week. Have an awesome time. God bless you, and God bless your home.